Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Krista here to do the love, romance, and creativity reading for the sign of Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is for the month of January 2019. I hope that you enjoyed your general reading for the month. And if you're not partnered or seeking partnerships regarding love and romance, we're going to treat this as a creativity reading for you, and I'll inject that language as we go along as well. Basically, we're looking at 5th house energy for Virgo. Love, romance, creativity, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising. Look at that beautiful, nurturing, emotionally adept, very compassionate energy. We'll see if it shows up in your reading. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, love, romance, and creativity. Maybe not getting what you need right now. That's okay. You're going to hold out for something better. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, love and romance, January 2019. Wow, that was fast. I'm going to be doing a 9-card spread for you. Center column represents both you and your partner or your goals. Right column represents you. Left column represents you. Right column represents your partner or your goals. There she is. Yeah. And then there's that 4. Holy smokes. I usually do this just looking at the the end cards here that you're going to end the month on. Something's a little bit dissatisfying here, but don't give up. Something that's being offered to you isn't going to fill your cup necessarily, but I think you just need to make this known. What exactly is it that you want here? Either that or what you thought you wanted and projected onto a existing or potential partner was not clear, and it was not provided to you, or it was made clear and it was not provided to you. So I think that maybe just looking at what you have to offer here, maybe raising your standards and raising the bar a little bit, being honest about what's in your cup, maybe saying what's being offered to you originally could have looked like a little bit of a celebration, or you knew this relationship or had this relationship around a celebration or a party or a group of people, for example, but all of a sudden, in the light of day or, when dawn strikes type thing, it's not as appealing, for example. So maybe it had some of the qualities you wanted in the light of day or in a realistic setting, or to fulfill in a nurturing and compassionate way. It's not exactly what you wanted. And of course, the partner or the theme here is going to be able to walk away or move away with lessons learned, and they can come back and do better, okay? There is a lot of putting something down here, feeling the weight, feeling maybe a little bit overwhelmed here. There could be a sense of someone rejecting you or feeling rejected. Be careful that you're not looking at qualities that you don't appreciate or don't like, because these will become exponential to your projection. Just be highly cognizant of your own compassion and nurturing for yourself, and then what you're projecting. I think your partner wants to give you a lot, but there's a language barrier here, a love language barrier. Perhaps that's something that you could work on in the month of January if you want to get what it is you really want. Also, you want to give, right? You want to give what your partner needs as well. It takes 2. If this is a creative venture, just be sure here that you're honest with yourself and that you're not letting yourself down, right? We're going to become perhaps a bit more intellectual as opposed to emotional about your creative endeavor. And then look at the positives. Look how rich you are. Look how rich your space is, or what is available to you, your assets, that type of thing. And maybe recognize that you do need to move away from something here that isn't working for you any longer. but don't forget what you've learned. Let's get into each card in its position. This is the card, of course, the current state of affairs is next level. So you're willing to put something down. This was a long haul. This took a lot out of you. This was a little bit of a burden here, but the end is in sight. Something is coming to fruition here, and a new beginning awaits. So this is actually really nice to see for a partnership or creativity reading. It's like you're coming out the other end. You know exactly what you want, perhaps exactly what you don't want, which is just as valuable, let's be honest. And moving forward, meaning the end is in sight. We've come this far. We can continue going, and I trust that I have what it takes to do what's right for me and my creativity, my goal setting, or my partnership. Your partner's current position, really not feeling too appreciated at this time. That's an easy fix, right? You have the 6 of Cups following all. 6s always follow 5s, as you know. The remedy to any 5 really is a 6. So just try to be maybe a nice way to fix this for your partner. The partner's current position is not feeling too appreciated. Maybe get a little sentimental with them. That's a really nice quick fix, believe it or not. Just get a little sentimental. Oh, I remember when we met, and remember our first kiss, and remember when you told me, etc. And it could even prompt some heart space conversations there. If nothing else, it'll encourage appreciation. Here, the nature of your issue is the wounded soldier. It's just feeling like there's a lot of weight. There's a lot of weight or a lot of burden here. But if it's shared, you can lighten the load. There's a great deal of strength here as well. Don't let that pass you either. There's a great deal of strength. You're stronger, perhaps, as a partnership because of what you've had to go through. Certainly with a creative venture, don't give up on something that you've been working on for so long. Continue in that direction, even if it seems a little bit uphill at this time. So the Queen of Cups represents your desires. The 7 of Wands represents your partner's desires. This is a reassessment. It's a little bit of self-defense here. So your partner could feel a little bit defensive. You could feel like there's a little bit of soul talk. So your desires are to, come from a heart space. Theirs is a little bit defensive. So what is that about? What is that about, right? Why would they be feeling a little bit defensive? It's really important to get on the same page. I really feel so confident in saying that just a little bit of sentimentality here could really seal the deal for the month of January for you. If you feel like you're a little bit off kilter or off balance with one another, or not speaking the same language, or coming from the same, direction or frame of mind, just go back in time a little bit and just get a little bit sentimental with each other. And I think it'll bring out the best for both of you right now, and just develop that appreciation. Here with your challenge being that Ace of Cups and your partner's challenge being the King of Pentacles. I think you both really have this to offer one another, but it's being thwarted somehow. Just again, examine what's in your cup. Your challenge is to offer pure love, no conditions. Okay, this is unconditional. And their challenge is to be that parental role right now. Perhaps you really need to be nurtured and new and developing. And this person, their challenge is to sort of play that parent role, to be a little paternal right now. This is a Capricorn, 10th house. This is the public world. This is what we do for a living. This is money. Okay, this is income, assets. This is the provider. This is a very fatherly card. This is a very spiritual card. Very spiritual, very pure, innocent. So, coming from 2 different angles, but again, it doesn't mean you can't give what the other person requires. It's just merely understanding what it is that you need and require, and being able to provide that for one another. If this is a creative venture, stay pure in heart, and remember that you need to take yourself to task, especially around a duty or a goal. You want to be pure-hearted about it, but remember, take yourself to task. If this is a public endeavor, you're going to want to do really great. Don't worry about perfectionism. Worry about excellence. Pay attention to excellence, not perfectionism. And here with your outcomes, like we started out, We have yours and your partner's. Your outcome is something's just not good enough here. Something's missing the mark emotionally for you. And, you know, this person, this individual really needs to walk away from an argument, wants to walk away from an ideology, belief system, something like that. Two different worlds, right? Water and air. There could be a sense of evaporation here, elementally speaking. Be careful you're not canceling one another out. Again, I really feel that a little bit of sentimentality is going to bring you close together if that's what you want right now. Or at least it would be the quickest way to generate that feeling. And of course, for a creative venture, I would say to pay, again, focus more on the intellectual or even electronic or practical aspect of goal setting as opposed to how you feel about it at this time, okay? And be willing to move away from thoughts and opinions that don't serve you. Move away from that. They're just going to get 2 follow-up cards for you. Overall, nothing really difficult or daunting, just something that I think you and your partner have to be on the same page about, or you as a creative co-creator can say, I've been through worse. I can get through this. Just trust in that process as well. You can get through this. But be really clear about what it is in your heart that you require and what you expect. So what I really want, ideally, there it is, a little jumper card. I will pull cards from the oracles, but I really, oops, these are flipped over, oh heavens. I do prefer jumper cards. But in the interest of time, we'll see what we can do here. Oops, we're at the 12-minute mark. Let's see if we can get one jumping out for you. All right, so here is a couple. There you go, making a decision. Codependency, addictions are affecting your romantic life. I'm going to suggest it's just about, you know, your heart space, okay? That codependency could really be about expectations that aren't being met, that weren't really clear to begin with, both you and your partner, or your desired goal, okay? So just be aware that you're not getting in your own way here, and you're very clear and upfront about what it is you need and what it is you can provide. And then the fork in the road. Yeah, you just have to make a decision. You can keep going in all these wonky ways, or you can go right in the direction of your dreams. Either they come with you or they don't. But if you're pure-hearted, you'll know exactly what direction to go in. So listen to your heart at this time. Try to be appreciative of a partner at this time. Find common goals. Reminisce if you have to close the gap here. And if you are partnered up, share the load at this time. Just be honest about the help that you need at this time, and make someone else feel valuable. That's your love, creativity, and romance reading for January 2019. Happy New Year, everyone, and take excellent care. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.